Good morning, everyone. So today is the beginning of day 32. Just left Greasy Creek Gap where I camped last night. Walking straight uphill, of course, this morning. Seems to be the trend. Slept pretty good there last night. It was kind of hot. It was like either in the high 50s or low 60s, which is really warm when you have a fleece liner and a 10-degree quilt. But made it work. Everything was just like soaked this morning. Quilt, tent, shoes, the ground, everything. Didn't rain last night. It's so humid and everything is wet. Today I think I have like 17.5 miles to do. The goal is to get to Overmountain shelter. And I am so excited because today I'm going into the Roan Highlands. I love the Roan Highlands. Anyways, pretty out of breath. There is like a small chance of rain and thunderstorms tonight. I'm really hoping it doesn't storm because I'm going to be in my tent. And tomorrow we're supposed to have severe storms with high winds, hail, all that fun stuff. But tomorrow I'm going to Mountain Harbor Hostel and I'm going to try to get up pretty early in the morning to get there like as early in the day as possible. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff coming up today and tomorrow. Really looking forward to it. There's also going to be a privy at the shelter tonight and there's a bathroom at one of the road crossings today. For any of you who don't know, once you're pretty much hiking in Tennessee, there are no privies at the shelters. So basically your only option is to dig a hole or hope that you can wait until the next privy. But yeah, anyways, I'm out of breath. I'm walking uphill. I'll be back in a minute. I can't believe how green the trail is starting to get. It's beautiful. I just summited Little Rock Knob, I believe it's called. Now I have a little bit over 2 miles of downhill until I get to the next road. And after that road, I start the climb up to the Roan Highlands, so the Roan High Knob shelter. And that's gonna be like a 5-mile climb with, I think, like 2,500 feet of elevation gain, so it's a big one. I'm feeling ready for it though. I'm excited to get there. Alright, just made it to the road. That means that I'm about to start the climb up to Roan Mountain. I do have to stop in like half a mile though and get water. This is Ash Gap. I think I'm gonna stop here and eat some lunch before continuing my climb up Roan Mountain. I just stopped and ate some lunch. I'm like 1.4 miles from the top of Roan Mountain, so almost there. One more big climb. Just stopped at the old Cloudland Hotel site. I didn't want to stay very long because it's very windy up here. The Cloudland Hotel Resort used to be a really big resort back in the day. I'm just happy to be at the top of that climb. Whew, thank goodness. I'm going to check out the Roan High Knob shelter really quick because it's the highest shelter on the AT and I missed it last year. Just got back on trail. The Roan High Knob shelter is so cute. I definitely want to stay in it, but unfortunately it just doesn't work out with the mileage today. Still have a lot further to go. I think right now I'm like 1.5 miles from Carver's Gap, which has a restroom, so I cannot wait for that. After that, I'll probably eat like a second lunch there, and then I'll start going over the balds in the Roan Highlands. So the rest of the day is just going to be beautiful. Just made it to Carver's Gap when so thankful for that restroom. I was gonna stop and eat here, but I think I'm gonna get up this first bald and eat. It is really windy, but I still think it should be nice. So windy up here that my eyes are watering. I can't see anything. Whew. I just went on over Rapid. The next one up ahead is Jane Bald. Time for the last climb of the day. This one is Grassy Bald, I believe. Alright, I just finished the balds today and now I'm heading downhill. I think I have maybe like 3.5 more miles to the Overmountain shelter. I'm honestly not sure if I mentioned this or not earlier, but the ATC has plans to tear down the Overmountain shelter, which is an old barn. And the shelter has been like unusable for a few years, but you can camp by it, so that's the plan for tonight. I stayed by the barn last year and I would love to just camp there one more time before it gets torn down. I am like half a mile from the tent site. I'm tired, but not nearly as tired as yesterday, so that's good. I'm a little bit sore, so I'm probably gonna do some stretching when I get to the campsite. I think yesterday I tied my shoelace on my left foot a little bit too tight, so that's been kind of bothering me today. I think it's fine. I made sure it was nice and loose today, but I think I just put like a little bit too much pressure on the tendon. So I'm glad tomorrow's gonna be a short day. It'll give me time to rest and just kind of look at that and see how it's doing. I'm thinking I might slow down for the next section a little bit. It's supposed to start raining starting tomorrow, and it's gonna get really cold. And I'm also pretty tired, and not gonna lie, this section has been a little bit hard for me. I've been a little bit homesick. I think going a little bit slower for the next section will be nice. Stay in shelters, just relax, and yeah, enjoy the trail.